Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You know what? On Mondays, there's not a lot that gets you out of bed, right? That you want to get out of bed for. This is an exception. I woke up, got on the computer, checked the launcher, and I really thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke. But it is confirmed a rare bird Do-335 or Donier or Donye. I think people pronounce it differently. We're just gonna call it Do. No, we'll call it Do. Hey, when's that new Do-335 coming out? Well, we'll call it Do because it sounds cool. So guys, it's confirmed. This one's coming out on 1.57, and I'm pretty darn sure that patch is being released in February. So get pumped about that. We're going to read a little bit about what the Devblog says, and then we'll go into some other documents and check out the real stats of this airplane. All right, so if you guys don't know, the Do-335, they say, Luftwaffe fans rejoice, one of the most unusual and dangerous aircrafts of World War II. The Do-335 file. Is that how I pronounce that? That word means arrow. P-F-E-I-L. Has arrived with 3 modifications. The Do-335 is the first aircraft with tandem-mounted engines in War Thunder. That's why designing its model was a bit of a challenge for us. You know, I'm going to stop right there. I like that they put that into the Devblog because it kind of puts it in perspective on how different, entirely different, this plane works in War Thunder compared to other normal planes. Normal planes has one propeller, one propulsion system. You know, they can have 2, but they go in the same way. What the Do-335 has, it has a front propeller that rotates one way, that pulls the plane through the air, and then it has a rear propeller that pushes it through the air. So you can kind of see how it was probably taxing on the War Thunder engine, excuse me, and the developers and designers of this aircraft, because the War Thunder engine's like, do you want to be pulled through the air or push? We can do either, but you just gotta let me know. But with having 2 a pusher and a puller in one model, I bet that was a challenge. Anyways, back to it. We believe that we did well. Well, I hope you guys did, because a lot of your models and planes are beautiful. The only thing we got to worry about is what its BR is. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, anyways, both engines and both propellers are operational. The animations of the radiator shutters, the flap systems, and the chassis all operate correctly. Besides the unusual look of the model itself, observers may also notice the canopy design that is uncommon for German fighter aircraft. Also, the unique front undercarriage leg. Huh. So I think maybe the bird cage cockpit, I think they might be comparing it maybe to the BF-109 or the Focke-Wulf 190. But the Germans had a ton of understanding of glasswork in World War II. The Do-217s, the Heinkel 111s or 111s, and they mentioned the gear system being different because this is not a tail-dragging aircraft. This is a tricycle gear, you know, kind of like the normal setup. This one has 2 in the back and 1 in the front. And so I guess that's different than a lot of German fighters, because the 109s are all tail draggers, the Focke-Wulfs are all tail draggers. And it's not until the Me-262, I believe, or the Heinkels, or like the jet levels, that you get the tricycle gear. Continuing, as for the vehicle's performance and the aircraft combat characteristics, it should be noted that experimental models built by Claudius Donier featured a superb speed and level flight. Perhaps they were the fastest piston aircraft in World War II. Ah, I see what War Thunder did there. They put in parentheses, perhaps they were the fastest piston-powered aircrafts of World War II. So they don't want to get called out for saying it was the fastest, but they'll hint at it. Don't worry, later in the video we will be comparing some planes with the Do-335 to put it in perspective on how freaking fast this thing is. Moving on, a powerful armament consisting of 20mm and 30mm cannons, and also its capability of carrying bombs both on the wing pods and in bomb bay, or in the bomb bay it should say. Okay, it goes on to list 3 different modifications of the Do-335 that will be implemented into the game, and that's going to be the Do-335A-0, armed with 1 MK103 30mm gun and 2 20mm MG151s. Next modification is the Do-335A-1, able to carry 1 500kg bomb in the bomb bay and 2 250kg bombs on the wing pods. Now I'm sure this one does have maybe some offensive armament as well. It just doesn't list it in the Devblog. But oh my gosh, if you put two together, knowing that this A1 model will have a MK103, this is going to be a very effective ground strike vehicle in Tank RB. And in before, it's a 9.0 aircraft because it kills the crap out of tanks. I mean, dude, you got an MK103 with HVAP, and then you got 250kg bombs, and you got 1 500kg bomb. You're gonna kill a lot of tanks with this thing. All right, next one is the Do-335B2, a premium vehicle armed with 2 additional 30mm wing-mounted cannons, a true flying artillery battery. I hope I said that right. Now, before you cry, pay to win. That's not pay to win. If anything, you're paying to lose because you're heavier. And with, you know, aerial dogfighting, it's better to be in the more nimble aircraft with the speed, you know. So a lot of players don't really use those BF-109 gun pods. They rather carry that 120mm and get behind enemy tails. And so the premium version of the Do-335 is the B2. And that one consists of 2 additional 30mm wing-mounted guns, which I would think would hinder its performance compared to the Do-335A. Okay, and that's pretty much it from the Devblog. We're going to go ahead and check out its comparison of top speed and performance with other vehicles of its time. Alright, so let's compare the Do-335A1 to other aircraft of its time, with a little wiggle room, and we'll be comparing some twin engines because the Do-335 is a twin engine aircraft, and single engine aircraft, just to put it all into perspective. Just some disclaimers, the speed on websites differs from 763 to 765, so take it with a grain of salt. All these top speeds are at different altitudes, so just take that with a grain of salt. Okay, cool, this is just for perspective, not for if your life depended on it. Alright, so just keep in mind the Do-335's top speed is between 763 and 765. Okay, so let's begin with the P-51D, which clocks in at 703 kilometers per hour. The P-51H, 726 kilometers per hour. The Spitfire 14, 718 kilometers per hour. The F8F-2, 730 kilometers an hour. We're getting up there. The P-47M, 761 kilometers per hour. So nothing has beat it yet. The Yak-3, 655 kilometers per hour. For some reason, they still catch me. They always somehow still catch me. That's a lie. I think their top speed is like 900 kilometers per hour. Okay, so we'll dive into some 2 twin-engine aircraft. The Tiger Cat, only 740 kilometers per hour. The de Havilland Hornet, introduced 2 years after the Do-335, 764 kilometers per hour. So that was the closest one we've had from the de Havilland Hornet. Next up is the Supermarine Spiteful. And holy crap, is this plane fast. Like, seriously fast. Like, the default normal one that was actually put into production, I think there were about 17 that were put into production's top speed was 778 kilometers an hour. Now, they had a prototype version that went this, 795 kilometers an hour in 1944, but it seemed that it was a little bit too late to be used in combat, and it just puts it in perspective on how fast technology evolves or changes, progresses in 1 year wartime. It's amazing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You guys can follow me on all my social medias in the description below, and stay up to date on the road to 1.57, the new update that I'm pretty sure is coming out in February, but we'll see. Guys, do me a favor, have a great day. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Until next time, boys, peace out.